What's going on, Laker fans? I go by the name of DJ Trice, and welcome back to Lakers I Choose You. I am going to be recapping week 3, y'all. It has been a crazy week in basketball, especially for the Lakers with some injuries. We've been waiting for some people to get off of the injured list, so I'm going to be going through each game, where the matchup went, and give some predictions for the next week. Now, I won't be talking about the in-season tournament, but the games do count. LeBron made a statement that he was going for the $500,000, and you're hearing a lot more of the NBA players who are starting to buy into this tournament. I think it's interesting because they started this tournament, not started it, but it was tested in the WNBA. The Commissioner's Cup is what the WNBA has, and the whole reason around the Commissioner's Cup in the WNBA is to raise money for all kinds of charities, and in the NBA they just giving out like $500,000, so that's cool too. I mean, they got the Vegas commercial, it's tight, but we won't be talking about the in-season tournament. I'm gonna go ahead and just run through all of the matchups from the week. We have 4 big games, ended up at 500 even, so I'm gonna call this week a wash, middle of the road kind of week. And let's go through each matchup, y'all. Let me go ahead and hit that. Now, let's go. I'm on ESPN. The first game was the Lakers versus the Heat, which was technically inside of last week. That was a tough game because it was a close game. LeBron had like 30. Let's look at the box score on that one. Anthony Davis, not a great game. 25 minutes and 9 points. That's kind of crazy. I think this is the game that Cam Reddish got the last shot on. And I said, why did Cam get the last shot? I was one of those people that LeBron was talking about. I was one of those naysayers that I was just upset about it. To be honest, I was like, man, why wouldn't LeBron take that shot, or why wouldn't LeBron do this? But it made way more sense, like LeBron said, for him to trust his teammates if that's what he was used to doing. So I'm glad Cam Reddish took a turn for the best, because after this game, that wasn't really the case. Also, Christian Wood. Christian Wood has been playing pretty good, y'all. The first couple of games, I wasn't 100% bought in on Christian Wood. I was more on the Jackson Hayes side because he goofy and he like real lanky and don't really know how to move his body. But I think he always plays really aggressively on defense, and he's always getting the tip back into our possession. So it's like the guy is going to fight for the ball, put him in. Max Christie been playing a lot more minutes too. He had 15 minutes in this Miami game, only scored 4 points. Austin Reeves, it was really his game that day. And of course, LeBron has been saving the day, being the superhero, but we want to see less of that, more of AD. He's been really stepping it up as well, but that was a loss on the road. So the Lakers have been having a hard time playing on the road, y'all. They just have. And just recently here, we broke that streak, but we'll talk about that here in a second. So we recorded a loss against Miami. The Lakers were, after that game, 3-4. Then on Wednesday, went to Houston. Let me click this tab because this is about to piss me off. Let's go on to this box score. We got beat by Houston, by the Houston Rockets. And to be honest, we all know what's happening in Houston. They have an awesome coach, and they have some young talent. So he's really cultivating that as well. And Dylan Brooks is not playing terribly. So it's like, as much as you want Dylan to be the villain, I don't think he have no longevity to be the villain. Maybe we'll see. He took a page out of Draymond book. Draymond been going real strong for so many years. So we'll see how that goes. But let's look at this game. Taurean Prince, 27 minutes. Taurean Prince has been starting. And I will say, on them days when Taurean Prince is not really hot and shooting, it's tough. It's real tough. So you sometimes have to wait for Taurean to heat up. In some games he hot, some games he not. Kind of on the same thing as Cam Reddish, but it seems like once Cam had to be in that starting lineup because of all the injuries and stuff that was happening, he changed a lot. So Taurean Prince, 27 minutes, still on his field goal, 3 for 6. That's 50% shooting, those 7 points. We'll take it. He also does a lot defensively, been getting some real good steals and just hustling for the ball, just crazy plays. LeBron, 27 minutes, only 18 points in that game. That was kind of a soft game, but that's right before he went out with that injury. D-Lo, 22 points. D'Angelo Russell has been playing so much better, y'all. Since last year, he has been doing all of the things that we have been asking him to do. So it was a huge hit that we lost Dennis. Dennis he was a menace, honestly, here at LA, y'all. He was always getting them assists, always going back up strong. And that's something that D'Lo really don't have, but he's been playing really good, smart basketball this season. So shouts out to D'Lo for just doing his thing and knocking down shots, getting points. 22. If he scored 20 points each game, that's a great point guard. That's a great opportunity for us to have more assists too. How many assists he had? About 4 assists. Not bad. He 9 for 18 on shooting, so he was knocking down some shots. Austin Reeves in that game, only 7 points. That's why probably Austin Reeves went to the bench after the Rockets game. Okay? Austin had to go to the bench after that Rockets game because 26 minutes and 7 points is rough. That's rough. Rui, 26 minutes, 24 points. I'm always so just worried. Why isn't Rui in the starting lineup? He's proven himself to us time after time here. You saw what he did in the playoffs, y'all. Darvin, what is happening that we wouldn't be playing Rui? And I will say here, as you can see, Anthony Davis was not playing in the game against Houston. So that's a huge offensive and defensive loss. So a huge opportunity to just take advantage of the Lakers. But we still should have been able to, with Cam Reddish, 7 points there. Rui, 24 points. We still should have been able to beat the Houston Rockets. So that was a huge sad one for me. I really didn't say nothing online about that one. Sometimes too, it's early in the season. Again, y'all know, if you've been listening to the podcast, you have to have stamina to be a Laker fan. You're going to be in this mug arguing all year with the same people having the same things to say. So you got to have stamina as a Laker fan. So drop the game to the Houston Rockets. 128-94. That's a damn blowout. But anyway, going on to the game with the Suns. Now, this was a game. Everybody been waiting on this Kevin Durant, LeBron James matchup. This was a game. It was a super good game to watch, super entertaining. Let's look at this box score. Anthony Davis, 36 minutes, only 18 points. This was a frustrating game for me with Anthony Davis because I'd be expecting him to turn up and just drop 40 at any moment. And I don't know, that's because, you used to seeing that Laker dominance and Shaq and all these big power. You know what I mean? You used to seeing people just muscle up and do that. So it's like, he's playing a different kind of style of basketball. It's slow and low. It started to cook in the next game. So I ain't gonna knock him here because Anthony Davis really been doing a great job. And then the rebounds, 11 rebounds. You can't be mad at that. LeBron also had 11 rebounds. LeBron, 36 minutes, 32 points. So Anthony Davis had 18. LeBron had 32, closed the whole game out. Cam had 17. He got hot. This is the game where LeBron was like, yo, I did the same thing that I did in that game, and y'all said, don't pass the ball to Cam, and he showed up today. He really did. Rui still got 7 points here, even in 20 minutes. That was a fair amount of time, but that's cool. Rui can have a little bit of off game. D'Lo with another 19. Another game where D'Lo is almost at 20 points, y'all. Torian only has 7. Okay, 3 for 8 on the shooting, no 3-pointers. It's usually like if he hot, he gonna be hot, but he's still gonna hustle because I'm sure he has some other stats here. 2 blocks, okay, we'll take that. Christian Wood, 5 points. Austin Reeves off the bench, 15 points. That's what we need off the bench. I was listening to ESPN and they were talking about already who's going to be 6th man of the year. And it's like, dang, if you put Austin Reeves in that position, he could be 6th man of the year because he can drop 20 regularly in the game and come off the bench and just add some extra push here. Now I don't know if Cam Reddish is gonna stay in the rotation full time. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. I know for sure who just got cleared. Dude, why is he? Vandy ain't on here. Yeah, he just got cleared today to play, so we'll see. It don't look like maybe he wasn't at this game or something. They just didn't put the shit on there, but yeah, he wasn't in the game, so we'll see how the rotation adjusts once he gets back. Now let's talk about Phoenix. Kevin Durant dropped 38, had a great game. Nobody was pretty much in the game that day. Booker, Devin Booker was out of the game. Who else was out of the game? Somebody was hurt. Oh, Bradley Beal actually did play this game. So Kevin Durant had 38 points. Bradley Beal had 24, which was great. Grayson Allen, 9 points. Nurkic, 14. Diop, 11. Diop got blocked a couple times. They just didn't have enough power. But if Devin Booker had played, it would have been a completely different game. It would have been neck and neck. I'm not saying they wouldn't have won because it came down to the last second, so that always could go to any person's game. But it's always an honorable mention when one of the stars ain't in there. So, boom. We lost 2 games. Then we finally get that win on the road in Phoenix, 122-119, and beat the Suns. Yesterday's game, against Portland. Now, it's crazy to think Portland was even shorthanded because of all these injuries. I was excited to see Scoot play the Lakers, but Scoot was out, so I didn't get that. That hurt my feelings. But let's see who was playing what here for the Lakers. Let's start off with the Lakers. Anthony Davis had a great game, of course, 30 points. That's the kind of game. And you know what? I was on Twitter already. As soon as the game started, I'm like, please be dominant, be dominant. But he started to cook and really turn up. The defensive rebounds and just his rebounds in general, 11 defensive rebounds and 13 rebounds is pretty lit. 10 for 20 on the field goals. Anthony Davis shot 50%. That is, you can't ask for more than that. He played 41 minutes, which is a long ass time. Taurean Prince also 33 minutes, 11 points. He didn't have no 3-pointer. I thought he had a 3-pointer in that game. But Rui was 1 for 3 on the 3-pointers. He was a starter in that game. 19 points for Rui. Cam Reddish, another 18. So he on the streak. He just trying to top himself at this point. And I don't want him to burn out. I just want him to keep playing the best you can every single day. D-Lo still came through with 11 points. Christian Wood, only 7 points. Austin Reeves off the bench, 18. So here we go again. Austin Reeves being the 6th man coming off the bench scores almost 20 points. That really helps us out. So that's where we at. We had 2 losses, 2 wins. We are at a complete 500, y'all. We are at a complete 500 for the season. So I'm not sure where else we're going from here. I'm liking the momentum of where it's going. The one thing that worries me is Darvin Ham's coaching sometimes, y'all, because I don't be knowing what he be thinking when he be just putting in all these different people, taking people out. Also, I've always questioned having Anthony Davis be in a 3-point shooting role so heavily, because on the nights that he don't hit, it's like we got all of this in the paint open. You know what I mean? Like his presence in the paint, Anthony Davis's presence in the paint is always felt. He's getting blocks in the last game. He's making sure that he's helping out his other teammates. So if you go past him, Anthony Davis can come up and clean it up. So I just don't think there's any value in throwing him all the way in the arc in hoping that he has some kind of 3-point streak. It just doesn't make sense to me. So hopefully we'll see more of this offensive push. LeBron James will be back in soon, so we'll have more games where he can come back through. Let's look at the schedule for this week. I didn't even pull that up. Let's look at the schedule for week 4. All right, that's crazy. Okay, so we play Memphis, which the Clippers, I just should have a whole sports commentary part, so I don't even got to just talk about the Lakers, but the Lakers are awesome. But the Clippers losing to Memphis was so hard to watch because all of their stars was in. This James Harden thing is just, I don't want to harp on it, but oh my God. Anyway, are they playing today? Are they playing tomorrow? No, we play tomorrow. So we play Memphis, and then we play the Kings again, and then on Friday we play Portland. So maybe Scoot will be playing in, and then Sunday we play Houston again. So we can redeem ourselves here. We're playing a lot of the same teams over and over. I don't think we already saw Memphis. This is the first time we see Memphis this season, but they are incredibly shorthanded. So hopefully we can just go ahead. Here's my predictions for the future, for the next week. I think we're going to beat Memphis. Sacramento is going to be close, but we're going to come out on top as long as there ain't no injuries. Now, if LeBron is out, it might be hard. We might just lose. Portland, we're going to win against them, and we are going to beat the Rockets the second time around. We're going to get it right. They're not going to beat us 2 times. You heard it here. So make sure y'all keep it locked. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me for the live stream, and make sure you tune into the podcast as well. On-demand kind of content, so you can always find me. Hit me up on Instagram. A lot of my commentary is there in short form video and shit. I be having a good time. I also have a broadcast channel. All of the information that I'm talking about is below in the description box. So make sure you hit the subscribe. Thanks y'all for hanging with me today, and I will see you soon. Go Lakers.